It's every age of girl. It's every body type of girl. And I think that's my favorite part, that we're like a fit family
Mm-hmm.
and you're driving the fit ship.
Hi, everybody. Vanessa here with Jody Hetrick, one of our current/past members of Right to Fitness. Considering we are in quarantine, we wanted to hop on and do this interview. Jody has been with us since November of last year. She has lost 30 pounds, which is awesome, and lots of inches. And she just wanted to hop on and talk a little bit, about her journey and not only talk about her weight loss, but some other things that she's experienced in her time with us. And we're so excited she's here.
Well, I have a son who is disabled. He has CP and epilepsy. And at the time, he was having a lot of health problems. We didn't know what was going on. So I was depressed. Every morning, I would wake up, do what I needed to do to take care of him, literally get down on the couch, fall asleep, wait for him to need the next thing, get up, take care of him, and just repeat that cycle. And every night, I would eat. As soon as anybody would go to bed, I would just go and eat because that's what was comforting me. That was one of my vices at the time. So I was really depressed and overweight and couldn't take care of him because all his physical needs are taken care of by me, and he's taller than I am. So I have to be in shape to take care of him, and I wasn't. So I was pretty miserable. Yeah, well, my niece, Nevada, she posted a picture of her transformation. I didn't even know she was coming to your gym. And she posted a picture, a back picture of her and a before and after. And I was like, whoa, I need to do that. And she seemed so happy. And I was so miserable. And I was just like, I need to do what she's doing. What is she doing? I got to get in on this. And so I asked her, and she's like, oh, yeah, Miss J. I'm like, who's Miss J? And then she told me all about it. She said, you're going to get addicted to it like I did. And she was right. I did. And here I am. My goal was to first get down to a healthy weight because I was so overweight that I was just bathing my son, doing anything for my son that I needed to do just to take care of him. I was like sweating. I felt miserable. I couldn't do it. I just physically could not do it. So one of the main goals was to lose weight and get strong so that I could be there for my son was the main goal for me, and to feel better so that I could be present, be awake, be there for my kids and my family because I was just depressed and sleeping my life away because I was so out of shape and miserable.
Yeah, yeah. All great motivators for sure.
Well, I am kind of just maintaining during quarantine, which I'm pretty proud of myself for. It wasn't my original intent. I was going into it, I was thinking I was going to be like gangbusters and losing all this weight, but I've maintained my 30-pound weight loss over quarantine, and my goals going forward are to get back in the gym ASAP as soon as it opens and start pumping iron because that's the main thing that I've missed.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a great goal. I think that just goes to show that you've learned a lot of skills, in your time with us just to maintain. And I know that you try to be active every day. So those are all skills that that you've learned in our time with us, which is awesome.
Well, since then, my son's health has leveled out. We figured out the problem there, but then quarantine hit. And so the fact that I'm surviving quarantine and smiling right now is a huge testament to how awesome this whole lifestyle change has been for me. And the fact that I've been able to keep it going, and it's like now I know the secret. So it's like I can do it, and that's one of the most awesome parts about it is learning through this quarantine that I can do it without you like being on me all the time because that's the only thing I knew before. I didn't realize I could do it, push myself like I have. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah. And as far as like your depression and stuff, like, I know that was,
Oh, it's much better.
yeah.
Much better. I mean, putting the right foods into my body, being active every day. They say that the most underutilized antidepressant is exercise, and I am a firm believer of it now.
Yeah, for sure. And I know that was like one of the main things that you wanted to get across, just how much that has helped like your mental state. Obviously, everybody wants to get on to, they want to start a fitness program to lose weight, but then, and that's their initial kind of motivator. But that it's changed, just like your mental state has been a big thing for you. And I know that that's one thing that you wanted to make sure that people knew about, how much it has affected that.
It's the main thing for me. I mean, being able to be happy every day when I wake up and not miserable and feel like I want to go to sleep and just cry and be out, anything I tried to do, it was a chore because I was super overweight. And now that I'm not overweight as much as I was, I still have 15 pounds to go. That's my new goal.
Yeah, that's a great goal.
But I feel so much better mentally, and there's nothing that you can put on that. I mean, that's the most important thing for me is my mental health, and to be able to do that without any extra pills or anything like that is pretty amazing. And I think that a lot of women just stuff all their things that are bothering them down. And when I go to the gym, for me anyways, lifting weights, that's what gets that out for me. That's like my therapy, and that's why I can't wait to get back to the gym, because I want to start pumping iron again.
Right.
I've been on a lot of diets, and I've had momentary success with a lot of diets. My most recent before this was Beachbody, and I did all the containers and the weighing and all of that stuff, and I was hungry all the time and I couldn't stick with it. So this is something that I know that I can stick with now, and I didn't realize it was such an easy secret. It's not really a secret, but it kind of is. And then once you know it, you're like, oh, I could, anybody can do this. You just have to commit to it.
Yeah, exactly. I love that.
For me, my favorite part of the gym is the fact that it's all girls that go there. I love that part. That was what really took me in hook, line, and sinker, because there's no other place like that around here where you can go and it's just girls. And it's every age of girl. It's every body type of girl. And I think that's my favorite part, that we're like a fit family. Mm-hmm. And you're driving the fit ship.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, even online, we work all with women as well. So it does.
I love that.
Yeah, because we have different needs. We just have different needs than men do, in my opinion. So.
And you're the perfect blend of toughness and compassion, I think.
Oh, thanks.
Probably comparing myself to other people's successes. Like, I think that I should be at a certain point that I'm not at. And I think that was my hardest part, learning that it wasn't going to be a sprint, that it was going to be a long period of time before I saw the results that I was going to be after. Because whenever you take it the right way, it does take time. And I feel like that was the hardest part for me, realizing that it was going to take some time to get where I wanted, because I didn't get overweight and out of shape overnight.
Right. Do you think that that's something that, like, there's a misconception that people want it like instantly?
Oh, totally. I was one of those people, because the diets I've tried before, one last diet I tried, I lost like 30 pounds in 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And I was hungry and miserable and tired, and I didn't feel right. So I'm like, something's not right here. And now I feel like I have all day energy, not just, sporadic energy where I'm crashing. Now I have energy for the whole day, and I feel like this is something that I can maintain. Unlike that, I would never been able to maintain it. And when I gained weight this last time, I gained it all back plus 12 more.
Yeah.
So it was time for me to do something that was going to work forever.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I want to get 15 more pounds off, because I want to be in that, healthy range,
Mhm.
and I feel healthy now, but I still want to get off 15 more pounds. I want to build muscle because I've noticed since the COVID hit, when I can't have the heavy weights, that my arms are getting a little small. I'm losing all my gains.
Yeah, it does. It happens quick, but you're moving and you're staying in
Yes,
shape as
and
you can.
happy is
Yeah.
most importantly, happy.
Yes, that's a big thing.
I would say it's worth it. I would say it's changed my life. I would say age is not a number there. There's all ages. Any woman can do it.
Mhm.
And jump in with both feet because there's no better time than the present. And the second you stop making excuses is the second that you start seeing things change, and not just, things that you never thought would change, like your mind and, your way of thinking about food and all kinds of things. Like you start gaining things that you didn't even expect to gain.
Yeah, and yeah, that's awesome. And I think that that's one thing. People go in with an expectation to have physical changes, but you've learned so much. I mean, it's not obviously your body has changed, but I think what we pride ourselves in is teaching you guys the skills to be able to do this long term, and that's what we want for everybody. Just that knowledge of that you can do this. You can do this on your own. So
Yes. And finally having a healthy relationship with food and not having to restrict so much of what I'm doing has made it a lot more manageable to do.
yeah, and that's what it's about. Lifelong. That's what.
Yep.
That's our goal here. Well, awesome. So that's it.